right, good morning, everyone. So, looks like we're getting things to get moving before the news results even come out. So, we got, 4 minutes on unemployment claims. They think that there's going to be more unemployment. So, if there is more unemployment, right, then that should be a bad indication and that should cause the dollar to fall. The dollar is already falling, as we can see right here. It's already falling from this area, right? Big bear candle pushing down. So this may be very, very easy to get our trade opportunities if the dollar continues to fall. So, or if news is bad for the dollar, then it should continue to fall. But the main thing is looking for that perfect setup. So Euro USD is still a good setup on top of gold. All right, gold is one that we've already taken advantage of, and I kind of told you guys about, um, coming up this week. So we look at it from a higher time frame. You can see that gold was consolidating. It broke out, but here on the lower time frame is where you can see it a lot better. All right, so whoop, there it is, right? So the nice breakout, the nice retest, and now we're going to get a major push up on gold, especially if news comes out bad for the dollar. So, guys, gold is the play. All right, you might as well try to get into it now. I mean, we can wait for news for sure. It's just in a few minutes here, but ultimately, we will see, or at least we should see, a rise out of gold just based off of the market structure that we see right here, right now. So again, guys, gold is going to be your play. But let's just head over to news and let's let it count down. All right. So we're looking for red. All right. So if the numbers come out higher than 220, then that it should come out to be red. But let's see what it says. It says actual less than forecasted is good for currency. So again, we want these numbers to be higher. And guys, we're gonna buy gold. All right. I'm telling you, it's ready to blow. Okay. So please get ready. All right, don't say I didn't tell you. All right, and then we're also going to buy Euro USD, which is already ready, but again, it's just one of those things. All right, so please get those two pairs ready to go. All right, good morning, Ghost. Good morning, Toya. Thank y'all for joining. Hope y'all doing all right. Again, we about to get paid on gold and Euro USD, but we need this to be higher than 220. So come on, economic news, make my dreams come true. Right? Okay, 1 minute left. And again, guys, Euro Euro USD looking pretty good, and gold. Okay, just take a quick look at the indices. Yeah, US 30 looks like it can still rise. Yeah, oil, oil looking like it may drop, but gold, guys, gold is the play. All right, this is over 86 move, and here we go, 30 seconds on the clock. All right, alerts already starting to go off. All right, so gold alerts are going off. Let's get up in there a little closer. And that looks beautiful to me. But come on, come on, come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Boom. There we go, guys. All right. Way over and gold is already starting to push up. All right, and the dollar's pushing down. Guys, let's buy, buy. Again, I'm already in the buy on gold and Euro USD, but man, the alerts won't stop rocking. All right, but gold, guys, gold. All right, buy it right now at this is 20. Man, so many alerts going off all on my tablets, phones, computers, everywhere. All right, this is 2363. All right, 2363. All right, so let's get that. Okay, 2363. Okay, stop loss. We can make it. We can probably get away with it here at 2351, but let's do 2327. Okay, and our take profit is going to be all the way to the top at 2446. All right, there is our play on gold. Let's get some more alerts set, but gold should be ready to rock and roll. And it has a few nice things that we got setting up right here, which is a nice trend line. All right, so again, we do want to see ourselves break above that, um, so that we can get headed in the right direction. But regardless, this is looking prime time for a buy. All right, bad news on the dollar. Dollar pushing down. Gold has a perfect market setup for a buying opportunity. Just getting alerts in the mix. Again, looking at dollar, still having a little difficulty breaking below the support area, but news came out bad, and I expect it to continue to fall. So yes, we're making that decision very quickly off of news, but it's only because the news is in favor of the market structure that we already saw, you know, what it was already telling us. All right. So again, this isn't one of those just making a decision just because of news, right? It is in conjunction with what we already saw on the charts. All right. So again, looks like it just stalled out right now, but um, still expecting the drop. So it is what it is. I'm gonna, gold is just too lovely not to take it. So some of you guys, if you want to get away with the tighter stop, you can do 2355. All right, and that's just about it's less than 100 pips, pretty much. But at the same token, it's pretty tight because we could still do a little, push down before we rise up. All right. But overall, gold, guys, gold is looking like gold. All right. It is perfect, perfect. So we had a nice double bottom here, and then we broke the neckline, right? We broke it. We pulled back to the same area that we broke. Now it's time to rock and roll, especially off of bad news that came out for the dollar. We should absolutely eat off of gold, and I'm talking 86, 85, $86 move, which is basically 850 pips. All right, could get way more than that. Just depends on how the cookie crumbles. But guys, this setup could not be more perfect on gold. All right, so that's definitely the play for this morning. Let's take a look at Euro USD. This should have also rose. Okay, it did, and we're up 15 pips, and this is since I want to say Tuesday. All right, when we got in here, so it's definitely taken some time. It played around, and I guess it was waiting for today's news before it decided to really bust a move. Either way, this should be a go for the rest of the day. Again, at the moment, it's just seeming to take its time, but euro and gold are the plays of the day, guys. So hopefully you guys are able to take advantage. All right, dollar CHF. I called this to my team last night, and we are now in profit because the news came out bad. But the more important thing about it as well is that we already saw it looking this way on the charts. All right, so always remember that, guys. The charts will tell you, pretty much what's going on, and news will typically set it on fire. So you just gotta be ready to pull the trigger, and do it in a smart way. By kind of waiting on news and seeing what's what. But um, these trades are looking good. So USD JPY should also be falling. All right, it's not doing much yet, but again, we're still bearish on it. So just push these alerts a little closer, and then we'll see what we get. All right, but see, pound dollar. Okay, looks like it could go a little bullish right now, but it's not clean. New Zealand dollar, same thing. I don't like the structure. And odd dollar, yeah, it looks like it can fall. So stand away from those. Gonna stick with Euro USD for the buy. And again, dollar CHF looks pretty good for the drop. Gold. So gold is pushing down a little bit at the moment. So we can bring these alerts down. And this is what I was telling you guys about a really tight stop loss, right? See, gold tries to do, a nice little push before it eventually rises, right? Um, may come down to the support line of this parallel channel and then rise. But overall, guys, these are the plays, all right? Gold, Euro USD, and USD CHF, all right? They are the best looking trades right now, or setups right now, for trade opportunities, okay? So if you guys got any questions around those, let me know and we can get to it. But I'm going to check on my JPY pairs in a little bit because they had perfect setups yesterday, and my team did take them. So we're going to see what those are looking like for right now. Just a moment. All right, so here we go. Okay, so our JPY is still looking good. All right, guys. Um, if you haven't gotten into these plays, again, they look really good for the sell. So our JPY has given us a nice trend line break. We made a new low. We pull back to the Fibonacci levels, and now the bears are starting to show up, which is exactly what we need. But now we just need some volatility behind the move, and we can get grooving. All right, but here is our position. All right, risking about 57 pips to make 316. All right, this is a 1 to 5 risk to reward. Right, very, very beautiful setup. If you like the numbers for the RJPY, please let me know. I will pop it in the chat for you. All right, over to Euro JPY, same situation. Okay, my team got into this as well, and we are risking 86 pips to make 354. All right, gold is going off. Only had alerts for it to rise, so we're at 23.59. We're getting back, all right, from that little drop that it made. Again, we should get paid on gold, all right. But this Euro JPY trade is still looking great. Okay, got a nice break of a trend line, just like the RJPY. Made a new low, came back, respected it as resistance. Now just doing a little hunt and, still respecting this fair value gap. The moment it starts to fall, guys, it is ready to rock and roll. All right. But again, even as it's going higher, it's a pretty good opportunity for the sell. So right now, if you guys sold it, you'll get in at a higher price than what we were at. All right, and here it is. It's already starting to drop, with the alert. All right, Euro USD, let's check it out. All right, it's already going back up a little, just slowly. I don't believe there's any other dollar news for this morning, so um, I'm not sure what it would be waiting on, but it's definitely, just taking its time, you know, moving. But it's like that sometimes, and then out of nowhere, kaboom! It just flies. So you just got to stay ready. That's pretty much it. All right. Again, looking at gold. So we're still, just kind of hovering in that channel. All right. But just going to get as many alerts above it as possible so that we can know when it's time to go. Again, we got in at 23.63. It's dropped so far to 23.58. All right. And just gonna do a dance for now, guys. But overall, just looking at gold on a higher time frame and just from structured all together, it's a very, very good opportunity for a buy. All right, now typically how this goes, guys, right? We'll see this, and then later on in the day or possibly tomorrow, you'll hear about it in the news, right? They'll say, "Oh, gold is now going to reach new all-time highs. Is this it for the dollar? Is all kind of stuff will be you know uh, posted, right? But um, it'll seem like it just happened out of nowhere, right? Like nobody knew about it, but no, you knew about it, right? You saw it because the market, at least the market structure, was telling you that it would be that way. So again, we just got to wait this out, guys. I think it's going to do there's a little consolidation zone right here. So I think it's going to try to tap into this a little bit. All right. And there it is, right? It'll get into this. Let me try to dress it up. All right. It'll get into that possibly, and then, shoot on up. So again, that's what I was saying about the tight stop loss. Don't really want to have it too close. It's way better, right, when you have it behind, you know, this support area here or behind the double bottom, all right? Because yes, even though it is a huge stop loss, it's one that will allow you to have this trade play out in your favor. Because once it's ready to go up, I'm telling you, it's going to shoot like a rocket, all right? Here we go with Euro USD. Now again, pushing back up, right? So some of y'all were scared because it was pushing down, but that's the way the game goes, guys. The market goes up and down. It's never going to be, strictly up or strictly down, right? It may seem that way sometimes because, economic news and other factors, but typically you're going to get down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, all the way through. So never be worried about price falling or price rising, depending on what kind of trade you're in. All right. So again, let's go back over to these RJPY pairs or these JPY pairs and see what we got. So Euro JPY again, guys, looking really good. Again, we just needed to get it to start dropping a little bit, but like I mentioned, it is a good opportunity to sell it as it's rising. All right, you can get it at a better price, and then you can even get away with a tighter stop loss, right? But pound JPY, again, still respecting that fair value gap. We had a nice morning star, I'm sorry, evening star candlestick pattern right here. So one, two, three, these three candles, you can't really see it because of this position thing, all right? And actually our positions here and there and here, all right? But again, on GJ, nice little evening star, all right, candlestick pattern, which is a bearish reversal pattern, or candlestick pattern, right? We got chart patterns, um, and then we have candlestick patterns. So again, got to know the difference between the two. Candlesticks are only a few candles. Chart patterns are a whole bunch of candles, right? That make up a pattern. All right, that's just basically what it is. Okay, so again, GJ is still looking very good. If these alerts start going off, guys, we need to get into it. We'll be risking 119 pips to make 395 pips. All right, and again, I'm telling y'all, this setup is ready to go. I've seen this a million times, and um, I'm going to take advantage of it a million times because I know the possibilities that it presents. Somebody's probably saying to themselves, well, it can still go up, or maybe they see that it's bullish. And again, to each its own, right? You know what I mean? How you see it is how you see it. But for how I see it, this is definitely a drop and a huge winning trade once it begins to drop. All right. So GJ, and again, these are all the JPY pairs: R JPY, Euro JPY, Pound JPY, and last but not least, New Zealand JPY. All right, guys. So again, just getting all these alerts set because they're gonna do numbers once they start to take off. Again, like sometimes, I mentioned, like if you're not ready for it, right, and then it starts to go, it'll just completely, pass you by in a quickness, and then you're upset because you saw it, but you didn't really take it because you it's hard for people to get out of their emotions, right? Pulling that trigger is a very stressful situation for most traders, right? Especially the newbies, but that's just because they haven't had enough experience doing it, right? It's like anything, once you do it enough, then you don't even, it doesn't even become a thing, right? You know what I'm saying? But all of these JPY pairs, guys, will be plays for the day. So here we go. Alerts going off now. Pound JPY. Again, I already see it rejecting and it's getting ready to fall. Guys, don't miss out. Okay, do not miss out. You're really gonna regret it. All right, but you can only lead a horse to water, right? Is what they say. So we'll see here. All right, but all right, I think gold kind of dipped on us a little more. So let's take a look. Okay, yep, it did, but still looking good. Okay, let's take a look at dollar. Yeah, dollar rose on us. All right, got away from us. Now, see, I'm gonna be highly surprised if the dollar begins to rise. Okay, um, and again, that's just based off of what I'm seeing from a market structure standpoint. Again, we're still in a downtrend. All right, but with the way that we're wicking, most people will believe that the dollar may rise, but we haven't had enough from a structure standpoint for it to really be confirmed that it's going to go up, right? So we need price to push up, break this high, right? That's the first thing it has to do. Then it needs to come back and respect this area that it broke, right, as support, and then bulls have to show up. So at that point, that's when I'll say, okay, yeah, the dollar's going to rise. But until then, guys, the dollar is still bearish in my book. All right. So again, taking a look, just push just down a little bit. All right, and Euro USD. All right, making a little pullback. So we can push our alerts. Okay, so just because we have a nice little high, I'm sorry, a low and a high here on the 15-minute time frame, I put Fibonacci, and we're already bouncing off the 50 Fibonacci level, which is also a little mini support zone that we broke just a little bit above that high, right? So right up in there is again where I would expect rejection, all right? But it may come all the way to the order block and then rise up, all right? But we'll leave it for now and just have these alerts in the mix. Getting hit without really being too close. I mean, the spread is shifting. Sometimes it's tight and then sometimes it opens up. But again, that's just how the market goes. USD all right, also pushing up a little bit. Get rid of Fibonacci for right now, but again, overall still bearish. All right, let's take a look at some of the big dogs. All right, so over to NAS. Wow, NAS came out of there like a smoking gun. All right, so here we are. Okay, NAS currently respecting the high that it made yesterday. All right, and typically when the dollar falls, the NAS will rise. So I'm not sure if it'll still have some uh, ability to push up after that major push up yesterday. But that's what alerts are for. So we'll just set those and see if it actually wants to push up further. Now we do have a bit of a fair value gap sitting here. And there it is. All right, guys. So again, when you're analyzing, you want to mark up as much as you possibly can so that you can read what's going on and get the full picture. All right. Now another fair value gap below it. Typically, when it's like that, guys, when you have two fair value gaps or more, like right underneath each other, price will typically go to balance all of those. All right. So you got to be very careful just trying to buy from this area, right? Again, we're at resistance. Price is going sideways at the moment, right? So this is on the 4 hour. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You know what I mean? Last 16 hours, it hasn't been doing much of anything. So you got to keep that into consideration. There may be a pullback, all right? Especially because we have a low and we have a high. So you know what that means. We can take out Fibonacci from that low to the high, okay? And there you have it, right? The 50 Fibonacci, which is the discount and the premium area, is where it's sitting right in this second fair value gap below the first one, right? So again, potential pullback to this area before a potential rise, getting to this Fibonacci level, all right? So um, Nas is bullish, all right, but don't know if it's just going to explode out of here and continue to push up, or if we're going to get that pullback first before getting the rise. So be careful on Nas, all right? US 30, let's redo it and see what we got. Okay, so again, US 30 is also just kind of hovering around the high that it made yesterday, all right? But if we're looking at it from this daily time frame, it's a big push up, big push down, but we made this higher low. And so we could potentially go to make a higher high, getting above this or maybe this area, but still it's looking pretty bullish overall, all right? And yeah, the structure looks bullish, definitely on this lower time frame, because you can see each one of these highs, sorry, each one of these lows here, right? It's getting higher, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. So pretty soon we'll probably break up out of here. But again, just got to be careful because it did get a nice push up, so we may be getting some sort of pullback again before another rise. All right, dollar CHF is going off. We'll go check that out. All right, but same situation as Nas here, guys. We do have a bit of a low and a high. So Fibonacci once again. Okay, and you can see this is the area that we can potentially drop down to before pushing up. All right. Um, Again, pullbacks are expected, but we never know when they're going to happen or if they will, right? So, um, it's just to take into consideration, right? And when you do, typically it's better, right? Because you'll have some orders placed down here, right? Pending orders, and then they'll get activated and go in your favor, right? You can also have pending orders for if price just decides that it won't pull back and it'll just keep going, right? Those are your buy stops. In this situation, if we're buying, and then there's sell stops in the scenarios where you want to sell, a particular asset. So um, again, just some things that you'll learn over time, or just being in my Discord with me and my team. Uh, you can uh, join us, right? Just go to forexwithbain.com. That's my official website, and click on the link for the Discord and get in the mix. All right, guys. It'll be a wonderful experience for you. We're very, cool and hands-on, and we get to it, guys. All right, here goes Euro USD, and then we'll go and take a look at that USD CHF. So again, a lot of playing around, but eventually it will break out of here. All right, so USD CHF, let's take a look. All right, and now almost in profit is what I can see, and right on time. Right, so we just switched over to falling some more. So again, I'm expecting this drop to be on its way. Let's set a few more alerts on it. All right, and there we go. So what about USD JPY? Man, it's still running away from us, but ultimately we should get some sort of drop. Yep, this is like all the other JPY pairs where it broke a trend line, right around this area here, okay? And since then, new low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, all equal highs, right? So kind of giving us, a little double top, but it's not official, double top. It's just equal highs. So I'm still expecting that drop on the USD JPY. Yes, it's getting close to our stop loss, but that's the way the game goes, guys. You can't win them all. You can just put yourself in opportunities to win. Okay, so if you're not in this trade at all, then you're not winning anything. All right, so again, just stop being scared to pull the trigger, do it, and at least see what happens a few times, whether it's win, lose, or draw. Right, that way you'll know, what you're up against and like how things are really going. Okay, just got to get over that fear, guys. It's very possible. Okay, to become robotic with your trading, but it all comes down from understanding risk management, right? Not biting off more than you can chew, over leveraging, right? Not being greedy, chasing the market after it made big moves, all those kind of things. They're small things, but it's all about the individual. If you're trying to have some success with this, you're gonna sacrifice, all of those things that are hindering you, right? Your emotion is really all psychological. It's nothing really outside of that, right? You're not patient, right? Um, you're not a revengeful, person. Oh, I mean, you are a revengeful person, and you just want to. You think the market is personally doing something to you, right? Some of you guys are gamblers, right? You put your rent money, your car note, things like that. This is insane, okay? You only put up money that you know you can lose, right? So if that's movie money, gas money, whatever it is, that's what it is. But you don't put up the big chips and the dip, right? You don't put the baby diapers, on it and things like that, guys, because this market is unforgiving. All right, it'll take every dime, and you can't whoop it, right? That you can't put your hands on it. There's nothing you can do, right? So please, just get your emotions out of it and keep it P. All right. So here, euro dollar again, trying to make its way up, just slowly but slowly, guys. Again, it's painful sometimes, right? Just having to wait all the time, but patience is the key, right? And it's definitely a virtue because I'd rather wait for that home cooked food than that McDonald's for sure. Okay, so again, it's just me, but on the charts, it seems to play out the same exact way. When I'm patient, I get rewarded, right? And I feel good about having to wait, right? No man really wants to say that, but it's true at least in the forex market. All right. Um, so again, just getting those alerts ready. Let's take a look at gold, and yeah, still playing around at that support area of the channel. So just making these alerts closer. All right, and we should be getting ready to rock and roll pretty soon on gold. All right, definitely look like it's, like I said, see, it's already in the consolidation area. All right, so this is again where it took off. Okay, when it broke out of consolidation, it did a little sideways and then boom. Right, so now we're back here. All right, and I'm expecting the same thing. Just a bit of a hunt. We may push out just, let me get this right for you guys. All right, here we go. We may push out right to this, right, to take out liquidity that sits behind here. May push to here and maybe tap that 61.8, and then, oh man, it's on like hot butter popcorn. All right, it will absolutely do numbers. Okay, but for now, we definitely have a bit of a push, right, to the downside, potentially getting to this area. Okay, but again, you guys can see major rejection of sellers at this area. Plus, this was an area that used to act as resistance, but now will be acting as support. All right, so as price gets to this area, again, we can just expect it to bounce off and push up. But you know, maybe it'll get here, maybe not. But with the stop loss way behind this swing, we don't really care, right? It doesn't matter if it gets here, there or wherever, as long as it doesn't get below this low, we're good to go. All right, so that's how we're playing that. But I have a feeling we're gonna turn around pretty soon on gold and start heading up. But let's look at the dollar just to make sure, because yeah, now the dollar's looking bullish, or looking like it wants to push up rather, and that is a no-no. All right, we don't want that. But you gotta play with our emotions and do all of this good stuff. And who knows, it may even just do this all the way up until tomorrow. Let's see. Tomorrow, yeah, we got hourly earnings. It's at 8:30. Non-farm employment change, the same as we did yesterday. And then unemployment rate. So more, with the jobs tomorrow, right? So that may get it going, all right? But right now, it definitely looks like it's trying to take a little push up. But look at the very previous candle, right? It did the same thing. And this was with news, right? When ISM came out, to where it was, 53 and it was over 50, which indicated expansion in the economy. So the dollar started to push up, but then it closed like this, right? So even though you guys see how, this candle's pushing up right now, that does not necessarily mean that it will just fly through the roof, right? You know what I mean? This candle still has what, an hour and 53 minutes left on it. So how you see it right now is not how you're going to see it in an hour and 53 minutes from now, right? You understand what I'm saying? This may look like this candle. You never know. Okay, but ultimately, guys, because we haven't had a candle to break above this high, this swing high, then we're not really uh, too concerned about the dollar pushing up too far. All right, maybe it'll get up to here, but we're gonna be seeing a drop soon, guys. So just hold your horses and make sure that you're monitoring your trades from like a alert standpoint, or if you got the time, you can just eyeball it, right? You know what I mean? But the alerts are definitely better. You can go away and come back when you get alerted, right? Just frees up your time a little bit. All right, let's sum our JPY pairs. Here we go. So NZD, JPY getting ready to fall. Okay, all JPY. All right, just gotta get in there. Oh, yep, that's getting ready to fall. Look at that. All right, so come on with it. We are ready. We are ready. All right. Um, Euro JPY. Oh yeah, looking good. Okay, telling y'all these JPY pairs. All right, and GJ. Oh man, it looks so good. Okay, guys, we're gonna get drops. All right. Again, if you need the numbers for any of these JPY pairs, please let me know and I will get them over to you. All right. Again, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. It goes a long way and it means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. So thank you in advance. Okay, if there's any pairs that you guys want to take a look at, again, go ahead and pop that in the chat. I'm gonna scan through some of my other pairs here and see, if there's anything. But I'm not forcing anything because I have lots of great setups on those JPY pairs, as well as gold, right, and euro. Those are still looking really good. It's just they're, playing with everybody's emotions right now. So it just doesn't seem like it wants to do much of anything, but it will. All right. So ART CHF is consolidating. RJPY, we got in for the sell. Okay, ART New Zealand looks like it's going to drop. there goes gold, and I mainly had alerts on it to rise. So we won't switch over to it just yet, but um, again, just expecting a huge rise out of gold. Structure says so, and news kind of matched, um, the correlation that it has with the dollar, right? So bad news for the dollar, good news for gold, all right? And if it's good news for the dollar, then that's bad news for gold, typically, all right? So looking at this on the 2 hour, this alt New Zealand, all right, more alerts on gold. So again, guys, it is begin. Okay, more alerts on gold. Again, good news. All right, that sound. I swear, my alerts are music to my ears. I love to hear that, and I run over to the computer or my phone or whatever, and I get jiggy. All right, it's like a kid in a candy store every time those alerts go off. All right. Yeah, I mean, Art New Zealand has taken a major drop, and now it's kind of, found a floor. So there is potential for it to start rising up. Looking at it again on the higher time frame. Wow. So we got to really go out to see this. Yeah. So there's a potential for it to get up to this area that it broke, which was the previous day high. So it'll probably get to there and then a potential fall, but not ready just yet. But I can see it on the lower time frame, giving us some kind of opportunity to buy. Yeah. So nice little equal lows, and then we broke this neckline, pushed up, came back and respected it. So you guys can see it more with the visual like this, all right, where it was acting as resistance, but now it's support. So we can get up out of here and start to rise. Looking at potentially 29 point move or pips, 29 pips to that fair value gap that we found on the higher time frame. But again, that's not really a whole lot. So, not really looking for that at the moment. All right. But let's go back and check on our main things. All right. So, again, dollar. Look at that. Remember what I told you guys as it was pushing up? I said it could end up like this candle, right? And look, now we got nothing but wick, right? When we had like a hour and 53 minutes, right? But now, wicking, right? So US 30 is trying to make some noise. Let's see what that's going to do. But this is how it goes, guys. Again, this is experience and this is veteranship, trying to teach you guys that, you know, the the motion or, the movement that these candles make are irrelevant until they close. Okay? So you don't know what's supposed to happen technically, right, until these candles close, right? Because that's what's really giving you the right data. Okay? Men lie, women lie, the numbers don't, right? You know what I mean? So, um, if you say, oh, hey, who has to pay more child support, men or women, right? And I'm sure that'll be a nice little argument, but the facts will most likely show that men pay way more child support than any woman, any amount of women do, right? So the numbers don't lie. Again, we got to go with the numbers, guys. So please take that as a little tip, all right, to make your trading a lot better, right? Where you can improve on, some of the things that you've learned or you already know, right? Just this helps tremendously, all right? So a lot of time for this candle to close, and that's why gold can still get jiggy and Euro USD can still do its thing, all right? But let's take a look at gold. And now look at what I told you guys, right? This is why I love, well, I really love replay mode, but we're not doing replay mode right now. But, doing replay mode on the weekend, you can see the before and you can see the after. So you get to understand how price typically reacts at certain zones and levels and trend lines and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? Fibonacci levels, right? And some of you guys use indicators, moving averages, MACDs, RSIs, Bollinger Bands, Elliott waves, the whole nine, right? There's a lot that you can do in terms of having indications, right? That's what the indicators are, right? They're indications of what price is doing, what the chart, is doing. Is it an uptrend? Is it a downtrend? Is it consolidating? Is there divergence? Is there this, that, right? That's what those indicators tell you. But they're lagging, right? The chart already tells you all of those things without the indicators if you know how to read structure. So again, a lot of us are naked traders, or what we call price action traders, and it's only because we know how to read structure, and that's all we use to make a determination on what we're going to do. But here's what I wanted to talk about. Look at the wick on this candle, how it got right into the middle of this consolidated area, right? And now gold is starting to push up. Guys, here's your opportunity here, right? Again, we got in at 63. It's down to 57, right? So, we pushed down about 60 pips or so. But now we're getting ready to bring all that back up and really make a major explosion out of here, right? Sometimes, sometimes it will just go straight on up like this, right? There, I've seen it. But most times it'll go like this: break, retest, new, break here, retest it, break here, right? Retest it, break again, right? Retest it, break again, like that. So you'll see this kind of movement all the way up to the grand prize. Okay. So please, guys, try to make sure that you don't miss out on gold. I don't want you to be here and then you hear about it tomorrow, but you didn't take advantage of it today. All right. So, again, this is what we got going on. So, any comments, guys? Any pairs that you guys want to take a look at? Again, let me know. Again, like I said, for these odd JP or these JPY pairs, I'm always on odd. But for these JPY pairs, they're also still looking tremendous. Okay, taking a long time to drop, but I'm okay with that, right? I'll take a good setup, like I say, good home cooked food, right? Good, a nice looking woman, right? You'll wait, right? You'll just wait. That's just how that goes. Okay, so um, I'm a fellas, y'all feel me? But um, here we go. So Euro JPY again, still looking good. Yep, GJ about to make that fall, and New Zealand JPY about to make that fall. Those are mainly the plays, guys. So, don't want to bore you with too much else. Those indices are about to probably get moving because um, it is close to 9:30 when the stock market opens, and we'll get some kind of movement out of them. Tesla pre-market, well, everything in the Nas pre-market is up. Netflix is up huge. All right, so maybe again we'll just see a big push up on Nas as the market opens, right? So you guys can probably get away with a long position with a very tight stop like this, right? Just a 56, maybe get behind that first value gap. 74-point move, you make it up for 1 and 2, 179. This can happen right at 9:30, and you get paid, get in, get out. Excuse me. So US 30, everything pre-market is also green, all right, except for United Health, which is down a little bit, but that could be another situation where the US 30 just comes out the gate pushing up, guys, and I can see that happening just with the way that this looks, but you never know what you're going to get. Okay, just be patient and stay tuned. All right, there goes GJ. All right, so again, guys, pretty soon we're going to see green, or yeah, green here. EJ taking his time. AJ almost in green. All right, and there it is. It's going. All right, and NZD JPY almost in green. Guys, don't miss it. Don't miss it. All right, they are perfect opportunities, perfect setups, right? And let's see if their cousin UJ. All right, you got some rejection. I see that wick up in that order block. So if we come on down, all right, yep, very nice. Rejecting that 61.8 Fibonacci level to the T, and now we're starting to push down, guys. So I'm feeling very optimistic about these JPY pairs, all right? And the only thing that I need to bring me home is gold, all right? So if we can get gold going, it's a wrap. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we're already turning around. See all the wickage down here, right at that consolidation, and here goes gold, pushing, 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 right on time. Okay, so please, ladies and gentlemen, take advantage. All right, dollar's gonna keep doing a little dance for right now, but eventually I see it, falling. All right, if it rises, that doesn't mean gold will fall. Okay, that's just the general correlation that it has with one another, but that correlation is not 100% of the time, right? You can still have the dollar rising as gold is rising, and you can still have the dollar falling while gold is falling, all right? So again, go with market structure, right? This tells me to buy, right? This falling channel, Google it, all right, is a bullish reversal pattern. Okay, so that's what I'm going with. I'm not just going off of hunches and how I feel, right? I'm going off of what the chart is telling me. The more you guys start doing that, the better off you will be. Okay, so again, anyone needs the plays, let me know. I will pop it in there. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I think that will do it. Be careful as news is getting ready to, I'm sorry, not news, but stock market is getting ready to open. So on these indices, they may make some, moves right out the gate. So, give that some time to settle, right, before you make your decision and then, see how you want to play it. All right. But in the meantime, in between time, I hope y'all have a great morning. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see y'all next time. All right. Peace.